People always assume that tourists want to go to new places all the time, and in actual fact there's a lot of people who return to familiar places time and time again.
We initially started with some focus groups back in Oxford just to explore some ideas. Those focus groups really confirmed that we were probably onto something with regard to tourists returning to familiar places.
We were really using thematic analysis, picking up on themes from the literature, plus emerging themes that came through gradually, bit by bit, from the interviews.
And from there we put together a research proposal to the British Academy Leverhulme, which was based largely on qualitative interviews, but also some structured questionnaires that we left with various providers in both of our two research areas, the Gower Peninsula and the Martha Estuary. Familiar tourists could develop a connection with the area really early on. So again, coming back to this beach, one of the sets of interviews I did was with some boys who had come down who had been away at university. They reflected back on their tourism with their parents when they were 5, 6, 7 down on this very beach. Now 18, 19, 20, 21, they were playing rugby on the beach, they were playing football on the beach, they were going to have a barbecue on the beach. They were very emotionally attached to it. But one of the interesting things also that they said was they pointed to some litter that was on the beach that some other tourists had left behind. They said, we would never do that. We really care for this beach. We have pride in this beach. We'll pick that litter up when we leave later on tonight. We'll take it away. They weren't, however, what one might call stuck in their ways. Whilst they were very familiar with the area, they were also looking for unfamiliar things. That was one of the big things that came out of the work, that people were looking for the unfamiliar in the familiar as well.
One of the advantages of familiar tourists is they come to their familiar places throughout the year. So businesses like the Bridge Pottery are not dependent just on the summer season tourists.
So familiar tourism and familiar tourists benefit the local area. They benefit themselves clearly with some of their own well-being. Also benefit providers like, for example, this pottery here.